I'm doing well, Tony. So it looks like you like some of those late night NBA games and the Kings scoring their 30 points on fast breaks.
Yes, yes, yes. It was kind of a nice late night last night to start to get my work started, and watching those Trailblazers in that third quarter, a crazy third quarter against the Spurs. The way they ran up and down, it's just like a schoolyard game. It was just fascinating to watch the lack of defense, and just really how the Spurs just don't want to really body up with anybody. It looks to me like they're poor, like they can't afford the fine for flagrant fouls. They just give these players so much room to operate. It's amazing.
Yeah, I had to look up what the record was for fast break points. It was 56 by the Suns in 2006. 56 fast break points. Pretty crazy.
It was crazy. It was a wild game that one was last night. But
It
I don't really was
was,
probably watching that
45
Memphis
years
game, but
later.
that one got my attention. It just looked to
Well,
me
that's
like
what I said, the Kings put up 47 in the first, and then now Trailblazers put up 45. It was nuts.
that was nuts. Yeah, it's just nuts the way these slides are a lack of defense. It's amazing. But anyway, we go up to a conference that's full of defense, and that's the Missouri Valley Conference, the complete opposite of what you see in the NBA. Sometimes in these when they play the conferences, sometimes they have a hard time both combining for 100 points. But in the during the conference play, a little different, it's a little bit more looser. But when the Arch Madness begins, you'll start seeing very low totals in this conference. But tonight, anyway, we got Drake here hosting Indiana State. Drake here laying 6.5 total, 146.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't watch, the Missouri Valley Conference as much as I used to now that Creighton went to the Big East, but Indiana State here, they're 13 and 8 straight up. This season, but only 4-4 on the road. And then Drake, they're actually 15 and 6 straight up, and they're 9-1 at home. So both of these are kind of a little bit, underwater here against the spread. Indiana State 4-6, Drake here, they're sitting at 4-5. But I think what you have here is a ninth ranked Missouri Valley team in scoring offense on a 4-game losing skid. Up against, Drake, the fourth ranked Drake team here. Winners of their last 4 of 5, scoring in the high 80s most of the time there. I think you could maybe argue that this is the best Drake's been kind of playing here all year. They've been beating their opponents here. If you look at their, margin of victory by 7.5 points. Indiana, on the other hand, they're -1.5 there on that same scale. Drake has won at home also by an average of 19.9 points. So really outscoring their opponents. Drake is also out rebounding by a margin of 2.8. Indiana State, on the other hand, is underwater at a -0.9 here. Drake also better from the free throw line here and from the 3-point arc. I think I got to take Drake here today at home, -6.5 here in this one, Tony.
All right, Minnie says go Drake laying the 6.5 here against Indiana State. And yeah, this is one of the top offensive and defensive teams here in the Missouri Valley Conference. Really good from the 3-point line, defending the inside very well. They get scoring from in the interior as well. Again, this is a very experienced team, sitting 30th in D1 experience. That goes a long way, especially in these mid-majors. You see this a lot in this Missouri Valley Conference. You see a lot of senior-laden teams have success here in this conference. I know Northern Iowa during the years would maybe got into a Sweet 16 if they'd have some success, maybe win a game or two in the NCAAB tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that, you tend to get these, Midwest kids that kind of stay in here, and they've been really solid for, a lot of these teams here in the Missouri Valley. It's one of those that I just think with Indiana State here being so bad against the spread here on the road, that's kind of the way I see that most of this is going to go. Plus, I mean, I think Drake's been, overperforming. And it's one of those that they've been actually favored by, 10 plus points quite a few times here. So that's another reason why I kind of like Drake here. They're also 4-1 the last 5 meetings here head to head. The favorite is. Again, I kind of have, Drake winning this one by about 8 or so. I think they can pull this one out today.
Yeah, and of course they met probably one of the earliest conference games of the year, November 30th. They met at Drake getting actually it was Indiana State getting the 2-point win at home, but kind of a weird start of conference play here, right? Indiana State wins the first 6, and they lose the next 4 in a row.
Yeah, they're not playing well right now. And again, I think they're a different team at home, right? They're 13 and 8 straight up. So I mean, that's a good record. I mean, everyone would be, happy with that. It's just that they're just not playing well here on the road and still not able to cover. So I don't know if, the Drake defense and, being able to outscore them, I just think it's going to be rough on Indiana State tonight.
All right, we got Mindy here on Drake Lane, the 6.5 against Indiana State. This one will have a start time here, 9 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpix.com right now. As doing great work here over the last 30 days, 2,800 units of profit here for the last 30 days. Also showing great profit here for this year, nearly 2,000 units for 2023. Last 7 days, Mindy's been on absolute fire, lighting up the leaderboard in all the major sports out here. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so again, been happy with where things are going so far. I got 2 plays in the NBA today, up 466 units here this week. And then I have just a best bet out of that one there. And so I got 3, or I guess I would have 4 plays in the NHL, so put a 3-pack together. And also then a best bet doing really well in the NHL. We kind of talked about it last season, up 2,045, or I guess last year, 2,045 units in the NHL here this season. And then I have 4 plays in NCAA college basketball today. So put together a 3-pack of plays plus a best bet as well. And also staying hot in the NCAA college basketball realm, where I'm up it'd be 1356 units there. And this is again based off $100 plays here. 1 unit per play, $100 each game. That's it. So yeah, it's a nice way, I think, for us to, like you said, kind of have a picking contest and see who does the best out of all of those. So yeah, as you can tell, been hitting the boards real well here so far. So it's a good time to go ahead and, get one of these longer term packages. You can see my success rates on, the 7-day leaderboard, the 30-day, and this season. Or this year. So you might as well go ahead and pick one of those up. If you feel like you just want to do something just for today, then you can pick up those a la carte, but you'll get the bigger bang for your buck here by taking one of those longer term packages. You also get in there, you get, the last 3 games here in the NFL as well. So pick those up. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout.
That's right. Use promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all pre-pick packages there on all packages on the site. Of course, you'll land over on Mindy's page here. As you see, she's been on absolute fire here. 2,800 units of profit here for the last 30 days, all documented on the site. A lot of the major sports. She is just doing fantastic work at college hoops, NFL, college basketball, NBA. She's on it right now. So get on board with Mindy Hahne over at Tony's Picks. Action right now with a 3-pack from college basketball, in there with a NHL 3-pack. She's in heavily with a 7-pack as well, combining NHL, NBA, and college basketball into a 7-pack up there. Also some best bets from each of the major sports, but instead of buying all these plays individually, the way Mindy's running, you may consider that 1-month all sports pass. Get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 1 month. 30 days includes all her NBA, college basketball, as well as NHL for the 30 days. The remainder of the NFL playoffs. We've got the championship games on Sunday, Super Bowls in a couple weeks. So that is your 1 month all sports pass, a great value right now. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. We'll do the math on it. You'll save a substantial discount here on that 1 month all sports pass when you use that promo code TonyT. Let's see, it's $66 off that price right now. So go ahead and take advantage of it. Then follow the link you see there in the description. Click the All Copper tab. Then you'll land on the page and go ahead and get signed up to any one of those packages. You could use that promo code on, but I just did the math there for you on that 1 month pass because Mindy has just been on absolute fire. You want to get on board right now and get that 1 month pass. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account. I just saw something go out this morning here. Tony Speaks Mindy is a Twitter, but lots more going on. There's a lot of discussions now over on the Discord. Of course, that morning Steam show tonight with you and Ramon.
Yeah, so if you want my free pick on the total of the play that I just gave you, why don't you go ahead and get over to Twitter right now, so you'll find my play on the total between Indiana State and Drake. So don't miss out. Make sure you go ahead, get to Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy. Go ahead and do the follow, click the notifications, and then of course, retweet that while you're at it as well. And hopefully everyone here today was present for the morning Steam show. We had another great one here today. We came up with 15 plays today, so I don't think you want to miss out on those. So make sure you go ahead and take a look at the replay today. Or if you have just a particular game in mind, a lot of times you can just go ahead and type that in, and then you will find our breakdown of the play. So it's pretty easy to go ahead and watch the replays there as well. But if you don't have time for replays, you can always go ahead and purchase one of the Morning Steam Team's plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. We do repackage those, so you can go ahead and get those for sale as well if you just don't have time to get in there and watch the show in its entirety. And then also, you can go ahead and make sure you catch us tomorrow. We'll still be here where we go over almost all of the card. The only thing we don't follow, or I guess break down in its entirety, is college basketball, and we do take requests. So why don't you go ahead and sign up right now on Tony's Picks Discord and find the morning Steam tab there where you can put in, what plays you want me and Ramon to break down. We've been having a lot of success with, just getting plays in, but a lot of times it's easier if we can go ahead and have a little bit more time, break those games down, get all the graphics up, so we don't waste, too much time on our show, since it already takes us about 2 hours to get through about 30 plays. But yeah, hopefully you can check us out. It will be every Saturday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Central. So make sure you get there so you can find out the latest line movements from Ramon, all of the morning Steam. And you can also, in Discord, Ramon will go ahead and put some of those Steam plays in there as well to keep you on your toes. But yeah, our job here is to give you information, to build consensus, because as a group, as a morning Steam team, we want to go ahead and crush Vegas every night. That's our goal. Looks like we've been doing that, as of late. So make sure you watch the show every day. Follow us. I mean, you can do it while you're at work, typing in numbers, something like that. Or I guess, driving forklifts.
That's right, driving a forklift. Or if you're driving a forklift, why don't you get our podcast at Tony's Picks Podcast, all major platforms. You can just search on your Apple iPad, your Android device. We're everywhere on the podcast universe. So Tony's Picks is the podcast. All our live shows are up there. Every single pick up there in podcast form. Just type in Morning Steam. Actually, type Tony's Picks there. You'll find our podcast. And you'll find the Morning Steam show in its entirety uploaded there. So take a listen. The entire breakdown from today's card, NBA, NHL, and a select few of the highlighted games. Most of the team, a lot of the high profile games from college basketball are covered on the show. So go ahead and check it out on our podcast. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, and a lot of times if we don't cover it, Tony, then you do. So if you still type in that, you may find someone from Tony's Picks that's, doing a breakdown of almost all of the games.
That's right, indeed, no doubt. All right, Mindy, keep up the great work. We'll catch with you tomorrow. And the conversation continues with Mindy over on the Discord.
Right.
Yes,
Check this out.
Follow the link.
See you later.
See you later.